Hey, fourth graders, it's Mrs. Burke here. You've been starting back up with multiplication again, and in the past, we've been using the strategies of area model and partial products to find our products. So today, we are going to learn a strategy known as traditional multiplication. And this strategy is one of the faster strategies and more efficient strategies. And your parents most likely use this strategy every time they're multiplying. So it's called traditional, and I'm gonna go through the steps with you. My suggestion to you is for all of these videos, always bring a pencil and paper or a whiteboard, because at the end of the little lesson, I'll have you try a couple on your own to see if you're solving them accurately. We're gonna start with a basic problem. For today, we're gonna multiply 2-digit by 1-digit. So here I have the 2-digit number 23, and I'm multiplying it by 3. Now this is going to feel pretty simple to start off, and each question will get progressively a little more challenging. So I'm just gonna start always by multiplying my number by my smallest place value. So I have a 3, and I'm gonna multiply it by the 3 in this one's. So 3 times 3 is 9. So I'm gonna put my product right here, 9. Now I'm gonna multiply the 3 times 2. Now this number, it's the digit 2, but it has a value of 20. And when we do our partial products, we really pay attention to that. With the traditional multiplication, it's gonna be more of just fluency facts. So you might not really be thinking of this number or even saying times 20. You'll probably refer to it just by the digit as 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. So my product is 69. 23 times 3 equals 69. Now, before I said 3 times 2 is 6, but really it was 3 times 20 is 60, which is why my answer is 69 and not 69, right? So 23 times 3 is 69. Now we're gonna take this one step a little more difficult, but I wanna first show you an addition question to help kind of keep some reminders in your head. So let's say we're adding something super simple, 47 plus 5. You always start by adding up your smallest place value, which is your ones. So you're gonna add 7 plus 5, which equals 12. Now when you do that, you do not place both the 1 and the 2 in your answer, right? What we end up doing is we say we're gonna carry the 1 over here, and we're gonna put the two ones right there. That step is very important to remember because you're gonna be mirroring that with multiplication. We wouldn't put the 1 with the 12 down here. Then you would say 4 plus 1 is 5. So my answer is 52, where if you never regrouped that, your answer would have been 7 plus 5 is 12. You would have had a 1 in the middle, and then it would have just been 412, which isn't accurate. So remember what we did here to help us with our multiplication. Okay, so we have the question next up, 47 times 5. And the reason this is gonna be a little more difficult is because this is gonna require regrouping just like this adding one did. So I have my 5, and first I'm gonna multiply it by the digit in my ones place, which is a 7. So I'm gonna multiply 5 times 7, which equals 35. Just like over here, in the number 12, I moved my 10 to the tens place, and I kept my ones here, 12. Over here, I need 35. I'm gonna move the 30, or the 3 tens, to the tens place, and I'm gonna leave my ones right here. So here you can see the 35, okay? Next, I'm gonna continue with the multiplying, 5 times 4, which is 20. Now, just like here in my addition, I add my regrouped number here. 5 times 4 is 20. I'm going to add the 3 that I regrouped. So 5 times 4 is 20 plus 3 is 23. Now, since I don't have any more place values, I'm allowed to put both of those numbers right in my product. 23. So my answer is 235. 7 times 5, 35. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 3, 23. So that's where all the digits came from. Let's try another one. 56 times 4. I'm going to start by multiplying 4 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. So I'm going to move my 20 or my 2 tens over here and my 4 ones right here. So you can see 24. Next, I'm going to multiply 4 times 5 again, which equals 20. And this time I'm going to add 2 to that from my regrouped. So 20 plus 2 equals 22. So I have a product of 224. Okay? Now, I'm going to add an extra digit here. See if you're up for the challenge. I'm going to add one more digit, hundredths place now. It's the same steps. 6 times 5 is 30. So I'm going to move my 3 tens here and my 0 ones here. And you can see 30. Next, moving to my tens place. 6 times 3 is 18. But now I have to add my 3 more. 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, since I still have another place value, I can't put the 21 down here. So I'm going to follow the same strategy of putting my 2 tens here, 20, and my 1 right here, my tens place, 21. And now finally, 6 times 2 is 12, plus my 2 that were regrouped, 13, 14. Since there's not another place value, I can put both of those here, 14. So 235 times 6 equals 1,410. All right, I want you to try 2 on your own. This first one's not going to require any regrouping. Give it a try. I'll give you about 15 seconds, and then I'll show you the answer. Okay, if you need more time, you can press pause and resume it when you're ready. So I have 2 times the 4 ones here. 2 times 4 is 8. Since 8 is just one single digit, I don't need to regroup. I can just put the 8 right here. And now I'm ready to move on. 2 times 4. There was nothing regrouped, so I don't have to add anything. So 2 times 4 is 8. 44 times 2 is 88, and I can even check that since it's only times 2 with repeated addition. 44 plus 44 is 88. Okay, try this next one. $37 times 5. Okay, if you need a little more time, press pause. Watch. I have 5 ones times 7 ones. 5 times 7 is 35. That's a double-digit number, 35. So I'm going to regroup the 30, but I don't put the 30, I just put the 3 tens, 3 in my tens place. It has a value of 30, but I put my 3, and then my 5 is here. Whoop. So that shows my 35. Now I'm moving on to my tens place. 5 times 3 is 15. add the part that I had to regroup, 15, 16, 17, 18. And since I don't have another place value, I can put both digits right there. And it's 185. Okay? Now, while you're working on your math today, try using your traditional multiplication. But one thing I would suggest, take an extra 5 minutes just to make sure you're comfortable and do something like this. I would try a model that you're familiar with from our past lessons, such as area model or partial quotient. So I'm gonna try area model because I like that a lot. And then next to it, I'll do traditional. Okay. And I'm gonna do the same equation 2 different ways, and hopefully I'll get the same product. So let's do 54 times 5, okay? So as area model, I have a 2-digit by a 1-digit. So 54, I'm gonna partition into 50 plus 4, so 50 plus 4, and then I have 5 here. Now I'm gonna multiply 50 times 5, 5 times 5 is the basic fact, 25, times it by 10, 250, and then over here I have 5 times 4, which is 20. When I add my 2 parts together, 250 plus 20, I get 270. So let me try my new strategy of traditional algorithm and see if I get the same product, 270. So I'm gonna line it up, 54 times 5. 5 times 4 is 20, so I'm gonna regroup my 2 tens and leave the 0. I can see my 20. 5 times 5 is 25 plus the 2 I regrouped, 26, 27. And I get 270. And as you can see, this is a little more efficient because it's faster and I don't have as many parts. This gives you the added extra part of adding your 2 products together, which can, more steps can lead to more errors. But if you're comfortable with it, then that's up to you. But for today, practice your traditional and then take maybe 2 or 3 that you weren't 100% sure on and check it with a strategy that you already feel comfortable with, like area model or partial products, okay? Good luck with this. I think you're gonna end up loving this strategy because it is much quicker. And we'll do some more work with it throughout the week, okay? Have a great day. See you soon, Stuart.